Hello, this is Mike.
Hey Mike, it's Jordan Wheeler. How are you?
Jordan, good man. How you doing?
Good. You've been talking with my team member Braylon on the little condo you've got
Yeah,
there in Clearfield.
yeah, perfect. Sorry, I meant to call her back. I just been nonstop
No, I get it. Are you guys getting a lot of action on it?
on that one. Yeah, it's been good. I mean, yeah, it's definitely hectic when it was on the market, and but yeah, just other things. So yeah, it's been busy. Thankfully, I'm sure you guys have been slammed too.
Yeah, it's always slammed, man. It's always slammed. Um, so he shared with me his situation. We love the seller finance deals. Does he have a plan on where he's going next after this house?
Oh wow, sorry, I was totally confused because I swore I texted. Let's see.
Brett, you just text Braylon over the CCNRs.
Okay, I was totally thinking you were someone else. So Brandy called me. She works with title on property. I was
Okay.
meaning to call her back. Um, so yeah, Braylon, yes, I sent him CCNRs. So um, remind me the question you asked: if seller financing, if the tenant wants to
Yeah, does he
stay.
like, because I know he's asking for 20% down. Is he needing that to get into another house or?
Yeah, he's buying a place in Colorado with family.
Oh,
So
sweet.
for it to make sense, do seller financing, just to um, pay commissions and whatnot, and being able to get enough out of it to allocate up there. That's what he's
Yeah.
looking for.
Okay. Are you guys offering a BAC on this one?
Yeah, we're hooking you guys up at 3%. So
Oh, dang. Okay. Because typically, like if we were to get a deal to work, sometimes we can make it where we can just put that back in to his pocket.
cool.
But obviously we'd need terms that would make it make sense for us. Um, we like to run these as short-term rentals, but it looks like from the CCNRs, it wouldn't it wouldn't allow those. Do you know or not?
Um, we're a short-term rental.
Yeah, because I in the CCNRs, I
I
believe it
haven't.
said 90 days plus.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I mean, the CC. The. I mean, obviously you gotta just do what you gotta do. But I
Yeah.
know that HOA is like very hands off.
Oh, really?
So I doubt you'll get um, any letters from them or whatnot. But
Yeah.
um, it's always a possibility. So I never want to,
Yeah.
you know,
No, I've
say,
heard I like I've heard both ways. Like you can get away with it, and that if everything's fine and you don't have complaints. I've heard some like crazy Karens, calling into the HOA,
exactly.
and so as long as it's not you're not getting complaints from the neighbors, I think you're okay. Um, so I mean, we would like to run numbers as it being a short term rental because that's kind of what we'd like to do, but to keep it on the safe side, like if let's just say we have someone complaining, we need to be able to make it a long term rental. Um,
Yeah.
if there were no rental restrictions, I'd say we'd probably be able to do 20%, but with it having those restrictions, do you think there's any way he would do 10% or lower on the down payment?
I don't think so. Unfortunately, they'll just be patient and wait for someone to come along just because it'd be 30,000. He's going to be paying me 9,000 of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
nine, ten
because
thousand of it.
typically how we do it, like if we can get a decent down payment, we would pay typically the seller pays, but we would pay your commission in that and then the closing costs as well. So 10%
Cool.
and then plus your I don't know what your percentage is on it and then
Yeah.
closing costs and then we wouldn't need the 3% which would also put more back into
Totally.
his pocket.
I guess the only part he fellas you guys probably want a longer term now. Like I think he only wants 2 years.
Yeah,
You said you guys want 510 or something.
we usually like at least 5, but if he could come to like 3-year term, um, especially if he was able to come down on the down payment a little, then we could go shorter.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it nets in the same, if you pay my commission and closing costs for him won't be that much. It'll just be title work.
Yeah.
Um, so, um, I just, yeah, I just like it won't equate to roughly 60,000 or 30 to the delta of $30,000. Um, going in 20 to 30%
Yeah.
will be too deep.
Is there an underlying mortgage on this one? Or like, are you guys,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he has a mortgage on it.
So it wouldn't be like subject to, and then he would be financing the equity. It's just all wrapped into one seller financing.
Um, yeah, it wouldn't be subject to. It would just be. Um, I'm not professional at seller financing, to be honest. It would just be he would continue to make the payments or ask for a specialist to make the payments, and you
Yeah.
guys pay for a specialist. Any extra would go to him.
Yeah, we usually use escrow specialists too as a servicing company. Because maybe it would make sense if we did like a hybrid. Um, we did a subject to on his underlying mortgage, depending on his interest rate, and then we could work different terms as far as his equity in order to make the deal work. Because if we could do you know how long his underlying loan is for?
Yeah, I think he still has like 27 years.
So if we could keep that in place and then we could put a balloon on his equity for maybe, does he have a lot of equity?
Um, I'm not certain. My guess is probably around 70-ish.
70,000. Yeah, because then if we did a balloon on his equity, it doesn't become that big of a deal. As long as we can
Yeah,
still keep the 27 years, that would honestly work great for us.
yeah, I agree. Yeah. I guess it'll just be his concern that you guys maybe rent it to, won't fully demolish the place and
Sure.
let it go, and then back in his possession. That'd be one thing that's worrisome for doing 27 years. Um, so I'll definitely toss whatever you want at him. I can't guarantee he'll go with it. I know the 2 year and whatever. I think I said 4% interest rate. Could be wrong. Whatever I told Leland.
Yeah.
Um, that's a for sure deal. And for everything else, just kind of Wild West. We have to
Do
case
you
by case basis.
do you know what his interest rate is on the underlying mortgage by chance?
It's like 50 basis points less than what we're offering.
Okay. Well, if he's open to it, because we do a lot of these transactions, we have an attorney too that will hop on because I know like he's worried we'll trash the place or have to take the property back. We can basically set the paperwork up so that he's protected, and a lot of the times we hop on with our attorney to explain it too. But if he's open to hopping on a 3-way call, and if you're open to it, obviously, I could kind of break it down and explain it to him more.
Yeah, we could go that route. Have you guys toured it yet?
Haven't toured it. We go a lot off of pictures, but I'm right in the Layton area, so like if we needed to,
Yeah,
we could head over there. But I mean, it's fairly new, so it's like there can't be anything crazy going on in there in
yeah,
my mind.
totally. No,
So
it's an awesome property. It's great. I say just before we get too far down the road, let's just have you guys tour. You can see it whenever there's a vacant unit that we're under contract on that's adjacent to it that you guys can go stop by and see whenever. Um, this is the end row that's on the market still right now too, under contract. Same finishes, same layout. If you guys vibe, that one, then we can get you into, then we can pursue an offer and get you into the other one.
Okay.
Um,
So you're saying
as the
he's
ones
under
get.
contract on a different one, or
So he owns two of them.
oh,
So there's an end row and a mid row. You guys
okay.
are inquiring about the mid row,
Okay.
just to mitigate having that bug
The
the
tenant.
tenant all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's make sure you guys are stoked on that one, and then we'll go down the path.
Okay. Yeah, I've got access to the Supras, so if you'll text me that address and I can just schedule it through showing time. And then if you want to present it to him in the meantime or wait and I can hop on a three-way and we can all chat about it, that would work.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll shoot you a text of the address right now.
Okay. Okay, sweet man.
Awesome.
I'll keep in touch with you and maybe we can work something out.
Love it. Sounds good, brother. Appreciate you calling.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Dang.
Um yeah, that one like even the agents, like I'm not too familiar with seller finance. So like what I was throwing at him,
He
it's
was
like
like not understanding fully.
he probably gets it, but for him to go and tell the seller
Yeah.
is not gonna go good, most likely.
Yeah.
There's a chance, but if you have a it sounds like this guy's pretty savvy in real estate anyways. And if he's the seller, if he's never done a transaction like this, I just know the old school people just shut it down immediately. So if we can get on a three-way phone call with them, that would be the way to get this to work.
Yeah. I think the seller's young, pretty sure, like 20s from what I
Yeah.
understood.
So yeah, it might work. I would I might send him over the LOI template without the cash offer in it.
Okay.
Um, just to have something in writing so that the he can send it to the seller and they can actually look back and it gives the
Sure.
pros and cons of a traditional sell and over a creative offer.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you stay on top of that one
Okay.
for now? I'll go schedule it through showing time. I honestly probably won't go walk it, but I'll just schedule it so it looks like we went and walked it.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have time. But like with these, this is built in what 2023. It's 2 years old. Like the pictures look good enough for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
There's no reason that I would need to go walk it.
Especially if they're already living there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So yeah, stay on that one. Um, we'll go from there.
Sweet. I called on another one yesterday. Dude, this one made me happy because the agent's Hispanic,
Mm-hmm.
and they were renting it out by room. The
Yeah,
lady that had it, they were pulling in 3,000 a month.
dude. Those co-living situations bring it in.
And
And
I was,
like talking to him, they like it might work, right? Like
hmm
if the HOA is pretty hands off, then it might work. But you just always like if we were to go in and buy this as an investor, let's say we're running all our numbers on short-term rentals and then it goes south, like we have someone complaining and we can no longer short-term rental it,
oh yeah,
then it's we either have to sell it or
or
take losses each
take
month.
loss.
So I always like to run my numbers off long-term rentals. And then
100%.
if everything else works out, it's just kind of a cherry on top of the deal.
Yeah. Another reason why we might want to take a look at it sooner, this other one, I think Javier is the agent on it.
Yeah.
Let me find it. He said that this week they'll be done finishing like remodeling it.
Uh-huh.
The pictures and everything on Zillow are like the unremodeled version,
Okay.
but I don't think they're changing the price because that was a lot of the feedback that they got. It was like this, like they wanted this to be remodeled or this, and so she's actually gone in and she's remodeling it, and they should be done this week. But the price is gonna stay, from what I understood,
Sweet. Yeah, that could be a sweet deal.
especially if people don't find out
Yeah.
it's remodeled.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that like just making calls, you find little stuff like that all the time that might never get published to the MLS.
Uh-huh. And I know she needed a little bit of money for a new place that she was getting in Clearfield. This one's in Layton, just kind of next to the high school, next to Layton High.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can see it, but it's honestly, I feel like it could have some potential.
Yeah, I would say, dude, you're doing a great job on all these.
Because
I would
honestly,
say,
the pictures that were there, like honestly, it does not look too bad at all. Like looks pretty, up to date.
yeah, I
So I
always
was
like
like,
to go walk them, especially if they're older homes. You just how
yeah,
what year was it built?
80,
Yeah. And
58.
because sometimes I've walked those two where the pictures aren't gray and it turns out to be way better than the pictures because they just didn't get a good photographer. It doesn't come through in pictures or
Uh-huh.
the other way around, and it's just awful. Uh,
Yeah.
so anything like older than 20, 30 years, I usually try to get someone to, if I can't walk through it, I try and get someone to at least go get a video of it.
Makes sense.
But I'm close enough. I could go over there.
Yeah.
Have you tried these boom boom sticks?
Boom boom sticks. No, what
Like
is
have
that?
menthol. You they clear out your nose.
Oh, I need one of those right now.
They're great. Okay. This one's gonna time out. So um yeah, keep in touch with that dude and then I'll keep working on I honestly don't think the Dr. Jones one's gonna turn into anything, but
Uh-huh.
maybe. We'll see. Um
Can't catch
but you're
fish if you don't throw the line.
yeah, you're like right at that. I'm looking at everybody's numbers of how many leads. You have 28. I have 13. Cassidy has 12. Mandy and Shane have one. But you're right at the like 30 calls gets you a deal. And like
Uh-huh.
you're right at that number. So I'm going to share that with the rest of the team. And you have probably multiples that are way closer than just one. Um,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Like if you don't pick up the phone, it's just like hard to get anything.
Yep.
So, but that's why we hopped on
It's
with
tough.
Shane. He called me before that, and he's like, "Hey man, getting overwhelmed with this. Like, well, let's just hop on and like I called his one lead right and turned it into something.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it might not be anything, but it's like we got a little bit further than he did. I can guarantee it. And so it just takes like it takes phone call after phone call, and then just pushing and asking a question that might feel uncomfortable, and you unlock that part, and then you add it to your tool belt, and you just get better as you call. So
No, that's seriously how it is. It's like, oh crap, I missed that. And then
yeah,
like after that, like every time now I'm like, hey, like is this a good number to reach you? Like, can I send you a text here? Okay, I'll save your info, like I'll send mine. Now it's like automatic, but before like I didn't even think about it.
yeah, it's because your brain's just thinking about so many things that it's almost hard to even just have a normal conversation.
100%.
So
Dude, the
yeah,
iPad saves me.
you're doing awesome, man. We're gonna get one soon. I can fill it with you.
I hope.
So just keep pumping them, and
Will do.
I kind of like making calls together. So maybe we'll try and do this every day. If you can't make it, no worries. But I think it helps Shane a lot. it actually it helps me too, making calls and knowing you guys are watching. It like makes me perform better, I think.
Well, good.
Makes me
I
stay on
enjoy it.
top of my game. So maybe we'll just do this a daily thing. I just figured everybody's so busy that I didn't, but people can
Oh,
hop in if they
professors
want.
are pretty boring in class.
Dude, I know. I couldn't. That's why I dropped out. Like I can't be paying for this.
Yeah, for reals.
Stick with it though. It's worth it.
Yeah,
Okay, dude. Let me know if you need anything.
sounds good. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, man. We'll see you.
Okay, take care. Bye.